Hello everyone, and today I'm going to teach you how to operate the Lookah Snail device. So this is a device for 510 cartridges. It is a battery. So it has this button, and then it has like almost an identical button on the other side. Only one of them is an actual button. This one is just a fake button. You can't click it. So to turn it on, it is 5 clicks. And that's where it lights up to tell you it's on. And then you screw your cartridge in here. And due to the shape of the device, it will stand up like that. So that'll keep the cotton in your cartridge saturated with the oil for a longer lasting result. Alright, so how to operate the device, and then we'll go over some of the LED indicator lights and what they mean, even if they're not applicable or like happening right now. So, let's see, to preheat, let me just make sure I don't tell you wrong. To preheat, it's 3 clicks on the power button, so it'll flash green and blue when it's preheating, and then you can press this to stop the preheat. This cartridge is empty, but I am trying to make sure I don't like overheat or burn it still. Alright, so that's to preheat, and then to change the voltage, you click it 2 times. And let's see, purple means 3.6 volts, so that purple color is 3.6 volts. And then blue is 3.2 volts, so blue is the lowest. And oh, I guess that's white. White is 4.1 volts. That's blue, 3.2, purple, 3.6, white, 4.1. So white is the highest at 4.1 volts. So once again, we've already gone through this, but if you go higher voltage, you will get harder hit, so you won't have to hit it as much to get the results you want, but it'll also burn through your liquid faster, it'll burn through your coil faster, so each hit might not taste as good. It might be a little harsh on the throat. And yeah, you'll go through your cart a lot faster if you keep it at the highest voltage. If you keep it at the lowest at 3.2 volts, the blue color, you'll get better flavor, it'll last a bit longer, but it won't be as strong per hit, so you might have to hit it more often. If it's a low battery, this will flash a red light. It'll like blink a red light, it'll be blinking. And then for high temperature alarm, which means you should probably unscrew your cartridge so it doesn't overheat, it will flash a purple light. So it'll be like that purple color, except it'll be like flashing like that. And that would mean high temperature alarm. So output short circuit. So that basically means like your cart isn't reading, like a short circuit, like it's not connecting, it's not reading, it's not proving compatible basically. It's gonna flash a yellow light. So this will flash a yellow light. One thing I've noticed with the Yokan Ari, so keep in mind different brand may not apply to this brand. This is a Lookah, that was an Ari. But one thing I found is like with some carts, if you just unscrew it a tiny bit, you'll regain that connection. I don't know why, but sometimes if you have them screwed all the way in, they won't connect, and if you unscrew it like a tiny bit, it'll still connect. So that's something you could try if your cart's not reading. Just try to unscrew it and screw it back in and mess with it until you get it. Output overload alarm, which means the resistance of the coil is less than an ohm. So as we know, salt nick should be vaped on a 1 ohm coil or higher. Most cartridges are also a 1 ohm coil or higher due to the liquid in them, to prevent leaking and stuff like that. So if it's under a 1 ohm cartridge, it will flash a cyan colored light. So that's basically all the indicator lights. That's how to work it. So overcharge protection, stop charging when voltage is 4.25. That's too high. Over discharge protection, no output. So that means you won't be able to inhale or like nothing will come out when you try to vape on it. No output when voltage is lower than 3.2 volts. Power off when voltage is lower than 2.5 volts. So it'll automatically stop puffing when it gets down to, it's talking about the battery, when it gets down to 3.2 volts, and then when it gets lower than 2.5 volts, it'll turn off automatically. So no output when load is lower than 0.5 R. So if you have a coil or a cart that's lower than 0.5 resistance, it will not produce an output on this device. Overload protection, no output when load is lower than 1 R. So very similar. Temperature protection, no output when temperature is over 158 Fahrenheit or lower than 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Smoke overtime protection, output shutdown when keep smoking over 10 seconds per time. So that means if you're puffing on this for 10 seconds straight, it's automatically going to turn itself off. That's just too long. And that's also a good thing, because that means if you have this in your purse or your pocket and it's accidentally clicking the button, it's not going to click it for more than 10 seconds at a time. So that's a good thing when you're trying to protect your cart. So this is what I've been reading off of. This comes in every Lookah Snail device. And then it has some extra notes and warnings, warranties, all that kind of stuff. Just a reminder that customers must be 21 to purchase this type of device, even though it doesn't actually contain nicotine or THC. There is a warranty through Lookah, 30 days from the date of purchase against manufacturer defects. Does not apply improper manual operation. We have the same exact warranty through our shop too. Keep it away from water, keep it dry, keep it upright, and that is your Lookah Snail. Thanks for watching.